Waka waka, what's up, and welcome back to the channel for yet another FC Finch review. And this one, I went back and forth thinking about this one, but you know what? We're going to do it today. Today we are taking a look at the big box in front of us. Yes, we're going to be looking at the Eaglemoss Special Edition XL Katinga class battle cruiser, the home ship of the Klingons, their flagship throughout the TMP movies. I believe the first appearance of this was in the motion picture at the very beginning. But again, feel free to correct me. I know it's very subtle differences between the D, save for the aesthetics, of course. Subtle differences between the D7 and the Katinga, but I believe we first see it in the motion picture. I know we definitely see it in Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country, but again, one of my favorite alien ships, and we are going to take a look at it today and see just how much justice the XL treatment did to us. So, first off, yes, I keep this in the box. I don't have a space to display this just yet, and unfortunately, it will not get displayed for another few months. I am planning a huge move with my significant other, so hopefully it'll mean to get some more room and start displaying some of these ships. But let's take a good look at the box. So we got a nice product shot, sorry for the glare, of the Katinga class battle cruiser. It says Katinga class battle cruiser, so you know what's inside. On the front, we got Voyager, Deep Space Nine, the Next Generation, and Enterprise, the big four at the time. They were not, I forget when this came out. I think it was just after Discovery, but Eaglemoss had not yet changed over its package. We got some legal stuff. We got the StarTrek.com and the Delta and my UPC code. You can scan it, I guess, if you want. We got Star Trek Hero Collector on the side and Star Trek Hero Collector on the other side, and that is it for the box. Get a good look at the magazine now, and yeah, look at that. We got a nice shot of the Katinga class and some other Katinga class warbird. I love how this ship looks. I had a model of the Katinga when I was a young child, and I remember I put it, unfortunately, you know, like every young child, you know, my dad put it together for me, and I broke it. So I believe I broke the forward section off of the boom. So unfortunately that is no more, but that can just tell you this. It was enjoyed, recklessly enjoyed, but enjoyed nonetheless. So very happy to have this in my possession. Katinga class, active 2271 Klingon battle cruiser, as they're generally called, and length 214 meters. And opening it up, of course, we have our instructions, how to put in the stand, profile, Katinga class battle cruiser, designing the ship, and then we have a nice orthographic side view of the Katinga Klingon Empire as the operators, active 2271, weaponry, disruptors, photon torpedoes, deflector shields, and cloaking device. I don't think the Katinga had a cloaking device. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think the D7s or the Katingas had them, but I could be wrong. I thought it was only the Bird of Praise, or the Burrell class, as they call it. And then we have the Katinga class battle cruiser. The Katinga was a classic Klingon warship, a powerful weapon that served the Empire for over a century. Got some nice shots of the Klingons. And then, of course, we have a nice documentation right here, then a nice shot of the Katinga. Man, we're going to talk about it in the model. And here we go. We got a virtual image of the Katinga, designing the Katinga class battle cruiser. Very, very cool. And then, of course, we got Matt Jeffries over there, the designer of the Klingon battlecruiser. FYI, if you want to know why in Star Trek they call them Jeffries tubes, that's why. So, a fun little fact for you. And then, of course, we have some preliminary sketches. This is why I love these magazines. Got all the different sketches of varying Klingon ships, so you can see kind of what's going on. So you can see how some of the elements are utilized in later ships, like the oh god, I forget the larger Klingon ship, not the Vorshah, no, whatever. And there we go. You can see more design sketches, all that stuff, design sketches, and then of course we got getting closer to the finalized design. Then, of course, we got some nice animated shots right here. gonna have to move through this just a bit. And then, of course, some nice preliminary sketches of all the nice little fine details. And then, of course, the model right here, the actual model right over here. And moving on, we have, again, a few more shots of the Katinga Klingon interiors, and then of course got some interior design ideas, and then of course some nice orthographic shots of the Katinga battle cruiser, and a final orthographic shot of the Katinga battle cruiser. Look at how good that looks. So that is all for the magazine. All right, so again, this thing has been sitting in its box, so we're just going to do the standard unboxing, put it on the stand. You can see, I'm going to open it up. I'm going to kind of don't want anything falling out, so you can see that it has the nice styrofoam packaging. And by the way, if you just want to see the unboxing and everything, just tune into the short. I try to include, if I can't include the unboxing, I will include the unboxing in the short. So in fact, that's all the short is for my Eaglemoss models. It's just me unboxing it and putting it on the stand and do a little turnaround. So we have the stand, typical insert, and it wobbles just a little bit, but most of all, it's pretty secure. And then of course we have, there it is, nice and inset, the Klingon battle cruiser, the Katinga, and we can just put, it fits nice around the backside, and there we go. And there we have the Katinga. It's a big boy in the stand. So there is how that works out. So without further ado, let us get a good look at the Klingon Katinga battle cruiser. And wow, and this model is big. It's a nice big beefy, and I'll show you during the comparison. They did a nice job upscaling this, and I love this. I love this beautiful, it's almost kind of like a reflective kind of a teal kind of color. It looks really good. And again, you know, the Klingons have that militaristic design aesthetic, but I just love how they have how Eaglemoss incorporates these colors into it. I know this is all from studio models and whatnot, but I love how it translates to the model, just this basic militaristic race. And you could just see, you know, that they should have these general bland colors, and you could just see that deep down this thing is just loaded with interesting colors, such an interesting palette. And if we move back to the thruster section, we'll start back here. We got some nice molded detail, and then we got some transparent plastic for the thrusters. Look at that. What a nice inclusion that is. I love that. Moving down to the nacelles. Nacelles, of course, Klingon nacelles didn't have any exposed coils, which makes sense to the militarist, you know, to keep everything under wraps. And you can just see we got nice molded detail. Plastic for the nacelles, got some nice vent detail on the pylons right here. And then all across got the nice Klingon symbol. And you can just feel all the molded detail across the wings. Looks really superb. Just absolutely cool. All of these little Aztecing pieces. I believe can this be called Aztec? I'm going to call it Aztecing. Just really nice, nice panels, and you could really get a hold of them. And then, of course, moving down the boom, we got some nice molded detail. Even in here, the nice molded detail towards the back of the boom, and coming out again. Just run your fingers on the nice little ribs right here. Moving on to the bridge section, and look at that. They incorporate that little, and it's in the you saw in the magazine, it was like a sketch. This is protruding. It's like a little extrusion. In fact, you got all these little nice extrusions on nice detail around the bottom of the boom. You can see all the little lights are on here. This is entirely molded detail right here. It looks really superb. I love it. And of course, we have our bridge again with some nice molded detail right here, again back here as well. Just really an extravaganza for your fingers to run across. And then the bottom should, oh, look at this, yeah. So again, moving all across, again, you got nice molded detail. It's like a spine, kind of like a spine going across the boom. And then you got some nice ribs going right here, and then a little more raw extra support pylons for the base of the boom. And then again, same thing with the top. All of this is embossed on here. So again, you can just run your fingers like really, really good. Got the Klingon logo in the red, green. I love how this is on here, how this is colored on here. Just really good, just really nice coloring. I mean, it just an awesome job on this, and for such a simple model, it's just absolutely. Again, you got some red right back here for the vents on the rear thrusters and whatnot. It's just really well done model. I absolutely love it. Again, absolute color fest. Really, really nice. And now for a quick few comparisons, we're gonna bring in the knock the camera. We're gonna bring in the smaller Katinga class. You could just see how much they upscaled it. Not how much they just upscaled, but they gave it an entirely new paint palette. I'm gonna bring it in a little closer so you could just see. I mean, the standard Katinga model is a very plain gray, and you could just see they gave this a nice. I mean, they gave this thing a whole paint job refinement. This is one that now they didn't include the transparent plastic, and you got the bottom dome, but there is no logo here. So again, let me move like again. It's just kind of awkward to hold. You got the whole logo down here. So again, really nice job. In fact, I don't even think we're gonna review the standard Katinga model, because this is just this is one of those models that absolutely benefited. Eaglemoss just went all out with this. In fact, this is probably one of the most beautiful XL models. I absolutely love it. Really solid job making the transition to XL for this. And for one final comparison, this is gonna suck to get on screen, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it because there it is. In fact, I'm not there it is, of course, with the Enterprise NCC 17018. And you could just see how that works. And wow, Klingon battlecruiser off the port bow. Oh God, look at that. So yeah, together again, and maybe they should be facing each other like this. Just really, really good. Like, God, they look great together. So yeah, absolutely superb job on this from Eaglemoss. So let's summarize. And yeah, there it is for the Eaglemoss Hero Collector Katinga XL Klingon battlecruiser. And yeah, again, just a superb model. You know, going back, I love the inclusion of the enlarged transparent plastic. I love the inclusion of the Klingon Empire logo. This thing is just again, it's one of those examples of the Klingons being a very militaristic race. They use very dull, very plain. They use grays, they use greens, and you know, they have kind of, some ships have those war tribe symbols. But again, on this ship, the Eaglemoss took that dull, basic coloring and they just added to it. They gave it that nice teal hue. Again, it is, you run your fingers across it, you have all the embossed details. Again, just a comparative to the standard model, just wow. What an upgrade this is. And yeah, I highly recommend this for your collection. I can't talk tonight. If you could find it at a reasonable price. Now, I got this from the Eaglemoss site. I bought it when it came out. I think this was one of the ones I paid full price for because I absolutely wanted it so much. But if you're a fan of Klingon ships like I am, I highly recommend it. If you're trying to complete your Eaglemoss collection, I highly recommend it. Or if you just want a damn good looking starship, yeah, I highly recommend this. And again, for full price, again, for a reasonable price and then some even. Again, if you feel like you want to splurge, go ahead and splurge, because this is a model you want to splurge on. But that being said, that is going to include this review. Now, if you want to buy Eaglemoss ships, you can check out realmerch.com. I will put a link to the description down below. Haven't bought from them yet, but everything I've heard and seen spells that this is an awesome company, so give them a look. And that being said, it is time to end. If you like this video, hit that like button down below. Consider subscribing to the channel. We are growing, trying to put out new content every week. So yeah, give us that subscription. I greatly appreciate it. And that being said, I have been FC Finch. Thank you so much for watching. Move this thing. That's a big bottle. Live long and prosper.